Hey everybody, thanks for joining me again for another installment of Jealous Lawn Care. And today we're going to go through my Toro Recycler lawnmower and winterize it. Alright, so basically here's the tools you're going to need. So I recommend a shop vac for cleaning it all out, oil pan for the oil, and once we tip the lawnmower over, it's nice to have, some protection like cardboard or blankets to put down so you don't scratch the side of the lawnmower. And screwdriver for the air filter, some extra oil. Obviously you're going to need to put oil back into it. Scraper so we can scrape the bottom of the base. Socket with a 13/16 inch socket, a long deep socket, so this is mainly for changing spark plugs. So we'll start with the easy one, which is the air filter. So here it is right here. All we do is take the screw out, check the air filter, see how dirty it is. You can see what we found, pretty dirty. So you can decide yourself whether you want to change out the air filter or just simply shop vac it out. I'm going to shop vac and clean it all out and see how it looks afterwards. So, good thing to clean this whole area out in here and also clean this out and don't replace it. Alright, so we'll leave that to the side for now. That's going to be on my to-do plate. And next we're going to look at the spark plug. The spark plug is actually right here, right in the front. So we're going to look to see how black it is. Alright. And most of these things are just normal, regular maintenance items. But, a lot of us don't have time to do all normal maintenance items on their regular intervals. Therefore, definitely make sure you do all these at least once a year. So if you look at the end, it's a little bit black. Not too bad. Again, I try and change mine out once a year. I always have an extra set. So
I'll be changing that out too. I just want to go through and show you guys a quick on the video.
So here it is. This is the old one, which is a little black, but not bad at all. And here's what a new one will look like. Alright, so if you have any problems starting it up, this might be your problem. So it's only, a few bucks to change this out, so I recommend doing this at a normal interval.
And then when you put this back in, just make sure you don't put it too tight, You want it more than hand tight, but you don't want to over torque it because that can, damage it. So here's where basically hand tight would be, and then I basically go another maybe quarter of a turn.
And then put this cap back on until you hear that snap. But I'm going to leave this cap off right now for basically the whole winter, or at least until I'm done with my winterizing. Because when I'm messing with the blade, because I'm going to sharpen the blade also, I don't want there to be any possible chances of it starting up or anything else. It's a good safety precaution recommended by Toro, so might as well follow it.
Alright,
so that is the spark plug and the air filter. Next thing we're going to do is tip it over. So one very important step that I just did, and I want to make sure all you pay attention to and do the same, is which way I tip the mower. So I tip the mower towards the side of the oil. That's how we're going to drain the oil. You never want to tip the mower on the other side with the, we'll say, the gas towards the ground, because that'll make the gas and stuff go in places that it's not supposed to go. So don't want to do that. Avoid having to go through and clean your carburetor and other things. So, and you will need an adjustable wrench or the right side socket. And I'm going to take my blade off and sharpen it also,
Right, need a piece of wood in here, otherwise the blade will just spin.
So if you've got questions on how to change your mower blade or maintenance type items that I've done, I don't like to repeat myself too much, but I have videos all on YouTube as far as mower maintenance, how to sharpen the blade, why to sharpen the blade, how often. So all that can be found. I'll put a link to it below. I'll put a link to it in the below. So check out the descriptions, check out those, in case you got any questions, or feel free to shoot some in the comments. No big deal. Now we're gonna go through and sharpen the blade. Even though you can tell I don't have too many burrs. There's one little nick right there, but overall pretty clean. Oh, looks like I do got a big gouge right here out of something. I wonder what I hit. See this corner right there? You can see it right there. I'm gonna have to file that puppy down. It's pretty deep. So good thing to go through and check this all the time. I would say once a month. All right, and this is a fairly new blade too, but I have backup blades also just in case, something doesn't file down, or in case you don't want to file it down on a regular rate. So good to always have extras. So I'm gonna go through, sharpen this blade up, and clean the base out now. I'm not gonna go through this sharpening the blade and the base out. And for this, you use basically a putty knife. So one of the reasons I recommend going through and cleaning the underside of your mower is because, you see, this is metal. And because it's metal, you want to clean it all off, otherwise, it will rust because it's just metal and a base. So clean it all off. You want to get rid of any liquid, water, whatever you have on here. In my case, it's just a lot of leftover grass all clumped up together. And another reason, so you don't want any debris stuck on here, because that's gonna basically stop the grass from shooting out the way it's supposed to, or re-clumping itself, remulching, I should say. So let's go through and just clean all this. And you can also, of course, use it's got a built-in water hose, so you can, if you put your hose in here and clean it, but obviously this stuff is caked on, it's been on there for, could be a month, could be 2 months, could be a little bit, so, so it's always best to scrape it first, and then I'll go through and use the hose on it. So, but this is definitely step one. You want to get off as much as you can, and then you'll basically have a whole new mower on the bottom. Alright, I'm almost done here, and look at how much debris I got. I mean, this is a lot of stuff to be clunking up your lawnmower. So it's time to get rid of it. So now let's use the shop vac and get rid of it. Got to do this little section here real quick. The rest of it's pretty smooth, but this is not smooth here at all. So let's smooth it all out now. Alright, now the last step is to take out your oil plug, or your dipstick, whatever you want to call it. Let's clean that puppy off. Set that to the side. So one quick thing before you start this process of changing your oil is to make sure that you start the lawnmower, let it run for a few minutes at least, just to get the oil to basically go everywhere. It's basically going to get more liquidy. So right now when it's sitting there cold for a while, it's a lot more dense, so you want it more liquidy. Alright, so make sure you do that. I've already done that, so it's going to be fairly liquidy already. So then the next step is we tip it over.
that all drain out. Then check your specs, of course, because your lawnmower might be different than mine, but so I'm using SA30 to put it back in, motor oil SA30, and I'm going to put in, I think it's 0.59 liters, so this whole thing is 0.9, so I'm, round off to 0.6, so it's got, a cheat sheet on the side, so follow it accordingly and make sure you put your oil back in. So while my oil is draining out, I'll talk to you about what to do with the gas. So you should be running it dry. That's my opinion, and I believe Toro says the same thing. You should basically run your lawnmower dry for the winter when you winterize it. Other people may say you can run it with fuel stabilizer. Put fuel stabilizer in, full gas tank, and then put fuel stabilizer in. That should last for a few months, But check your owner's manual, see what you want to do. Depending if your gas tank is plastic on the inside, people are worried about the plastic on the inside if it gets too dry in the wintertime because there's no liquid in there, that it's gonna make it more frail on the inside of the plastic. But I never had a problem with that. So check your owner's manual. I would follow the owner's manual to a T. All right, and that should be about it. And then after this is all done, I like to go through and shine it all up, shine up the tires, maybe put some armor on the tires, just like you do to your car. Gotta love your lawnmower. You treat it right, it'll treat you right too. And then I'll probably also go through and clean up the carbs. Cleaning up the carbs, I also have a video on that of mower maintenance. Mower's not starting. It's usually due to carburetor getting dirty. So that's pretty easy also. All you do is I'll post with the link to this below, because like I said before, I don't like to repeat too much information, but quick little 10-minute exercise on how to clean your carbs. All right, and this should be just normal maintenance. Most of these, again, are just normal maintenance. Some annual, some monthly. So check out my other videos, and if you guys have any other questions, shoot me a comment below. All right, thanks guys.